Hello again, second grade. Here we are with our next math lesson. I want you to get out your workmat 20-4. Today we're going to be doing a topic called relating multiplication and division. Now you will understand this in just a minute. You have often heard Mrs. Bennett talk about fact families, and we have done them when we work with adding and subtracting. So let's look at this problem real quick. Our driving focus question today is going to be how are multiplication and division related. So let's go back and talk about our fact families and how addition and subtraction are related. And then you're going to pull it all together. You'll see how this works. So if I have 6 take away 4, and I want to find out that answer, how can I use addition to complete this sentence? So what I'm going to do is I can think 4 plus what number equals 6? I know 4 plus 2 equals 6. So 6 take away 4 is 2. These are our fact families. We've been reviewing this all year. And we know we can mix around the same numbers to get all the same answers. So I can also do 6 take away 2 is 4. See all my same numbers. I can also do 2 plus 4 equals 6. These are our fact families. We've spent a lot of time doing these and reviewing these, and now we're going to see how I can relate multiplication and division and how they are fact families. So when you know your multiplication facts, you'll be able to flip that around for your division facts. So let's start with a similar problem. If I have 6 divided by 2, what would my answer be? Now, some of you may know right away. You know your multiplication facts. Let's use our counters so we can figure this out. Multiplication is going to help you solve this division problem. So I'm going to put 6 counters in 2 rows. So I have 2, we can count by 2s easily. 2, 4, 6. So I have 2 rows of 6 altogether, and how many do I have? I have 3 blocks in 2 rows. So I know that this is one of my fact families. I could switch this around and say, now I want to put 3 in a row. Well, now it's it looks pretty much the same, doesn't it? And that's 2. Flip it around to multiplication. 2 times 3, or 3 times 2, is 6. Okay, now we're going to write a division sentence for this array, and that's what we've done here. We've done 2 of them. Now I'm going to give you some problems. So let's go down here. We'll fill out our first one. We had 2 times 3 is 6, and we can make a division. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Let's try another. I'm going to give you 2 times 6. So let's use our counters. If I have 2 rows and they each have 6 in them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 rows with 6 in them. How many do I have all together? The multiplication part, we can figure that out. That's 12. Now, how can I turn this into a division sentence? I take my answer, 12, and how many do I have in each row? I have 6 in each row. How many rows do I have? I only have 2 rows. Okay, let's try another problem. So if I have four blocks in 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I have my 3 rows. I have 4 in each row. How many do I have altogether? I have 12 altogether. So again, how can I relate this to a division sentence? I have 12 altogether. I have 3 rows. How many do I have in each row? I have 4. And of course, a fact family, I could flip those around. If I have 12 divided by 4, that would be 3. All right, last one, we're gonna work together, and then we're gonna go on the inside, and you're gonna work some on your own. If I have 2 rows and 5 in each row, how many do I have altogether? I have 10. So now let's work our fact family. I have 10 altogether. I have 2 rows. How many do I have in each row? I have 5. Of course, we could flip this around and say I have 5 things in each row. How many rows? And that would be 2. All right. Let's look on the inside of our work mat. They give you picture arrays, and they're going to ask you what number is missing. So I have 2 times 4 equals, well, I can count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, which is 8. So if I have 8 divided by 2, that's going to give me 4. These are fact families, just like what we did in adding and subtracting. And we've done this over and over again. So now it's super easy if you've got that multiplication facts memorized. Okay, so what I want you to do is complete these 2 pages, and let's look on the back. I want you to do this, submit this on Seesaw, or you can hand in your hard copy packet to me so I can take a look at this one. Everyone's is going to be different. Let's pause the video right now, give you some time to work through these, and then come back and we'll check our answers. Okay, 2nd grade, you ready to check over your answers? Let's look at these, I guess they're dog bones. So we have 3 times a number equals 6. How many rows do I have of dog bones? I have 2 rows. So 6 divided by 3 is the same number, 2. Okay, we have all our same numbers here. Let's look at the next one. I'm not even sure what this picture is. Maybe weights or something. So we have 3 times a number gives us 9. We have 3 in each row, and how many rows do we have? We have 3 rows. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. Let's look at the next one. We have beach balls. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them. How many in our 2 rows? 2 times 5 is 10. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Do you understand? Look at exercise number 3. How are the number sentences you completed similar? Well, both of them, looks like all of our answers, have the same number. Let's look at number 5 on the next page. You don't have any counters. There's no arrays. There's no counters. So now we have to try to do this on our own. So we have 1 times something equals 2. Well, that's easy. We know our ones tables. Anything times 1 is going to be that number. So that's 2. 4 times something is 20. 20 divided by 4 is that same number. So if we know our multiplication tables, we know that that's going to be 5. 3 times a number is 18. 18 divided by 3 is the same number. So if you were doing this with manipulatives or making an array, you would make 18 with 3 row and then count up how many you have in that row. That would be 6. 5 times a number is 15. 15 divided by 5 is the same number. Again, you're going to make 15 counters and you're going to make 5 rows. So how many were in each row? 6 times a number is 12. 12 divided by 6 is the same number. We've done that one. 4 times a number is 16. 16 divided by 4 is the same number. That would be 4. At the bottom, write a multiplication sentence that can help you complete the division sentence. 4 divided by 1, well, I know 1 times a number. What is that number? I know anything times 1 is going to give me the same number. Whoops. And then the next one, down here I have 9 divided by 3. So to make that into a multiplication sentence, what number is missing? It's going to be the same number, just like it is here. How do we do on that? Did everybody get those? Let's look on our back page. Write a multiplication sentence that helps you solve the problem. Then write a division sentence. There are 15 team members. They line up in 3 equal rows. 3 rows. Okay. How many? Oops. I have 15, 3 rows. Sorry, that should be a 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Jenny has 8 baseball hats. She gives her bats to 4 of her friends. Which division sentence shows how Jenny divided her bats? Well, we know it can't be this one. It's got to have 8 in the answer. Well, 8 is the most we had. The one that makes sense would be this one. She had 8 bats. She divided them equally. So there's our big clue. And then for the last one, I'd like you to try to submit that to Seesaw or make sure you hand it in with your packet. Now you have tonight's homework. We're going to do math worksheet. Page 41, it's just like this. You're making multiplication and division fact family sentences. This is so important, 2nd grade. You really need to have those multiplication facts memorized. So work with flashcards. There's lots of things on the internet. There's games that we're playing on Splash Learn. I really want you to work hard to get your facts memorized like you memorize your addition facts. Because then you can do all your fact families. It's all memorized in your head. This is so important that we're going to spend the next 2 days working on our fact family multiplication and division sentences. So tonight's homework is one like this. And then the next 2 nights, you're going to do more practice. On Friday, we're going to do Splash Learn practice. And then next week, we're going to be getting ready for the last tests. And then we're going to take a review. We are done with the book. You guys have worked so hard this year, and it has been really challenging the last couple of months. And I think you guys have done a fantastic job. I'm so proud of you. You have gotten through the second grade book. Once we take that test, you're done. And we have done multiplication just like I said we would because you guys are so smart and work so hard. So give yourself a pat on the back, second grade. You've done a great job. I'll look forward to seeing your math answers soon. If you need any extra help, make sure mom or dad emails me. We can FaceTime and we can do some problems together. Okay, second grade. I'll see you soon. Bye.